that game like to play in?
Man, that was awesome, wasn't it? That was a bunch of fun. This is what playoff baseball's about. This crowd, this team, the emotion, it was a lot of fun.
All right, you come to the plate against Seawald, has been so great in this postseason, beating hitters with high fastballs. What was your plan?
We were just trying to get on top of him. He's effective up in the zone, and unfortunately we did.
Tell me what it felt like off the bat.
It was a lot of fun. That's all I can say. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Adolis Garcia, what was your feeling as he came up to the plate in that last at-bat?
He's been our guy all postseason, man. He stepped up in big moments. Special players like that do that, and he's been carrying us this whole postseason, and why not again tonight, right?
What did you learn about the Diamondbacks tonight?
They're a good team. We knew that coming in. They're never going to give up. They're going to battle. They got a good bullpen, good starting pitching. It's going to be a tough battle for us.
Corey, thanks. Yep. Back to you.
So Adolis Garcia hit his 8th home run this postseason. That's tied for second most in a single postseason in MLB history. What can't this guy do? How is he continuing to get the job done, Doug?
Well, what's so impressive about it is he's doing it off of all the pitches. So anything they're trying to do to neutralize him, it's not really working. There was a period of time during the season where the fastball, you could maybe get up on him, but he's staying in there, he's staying closed, which means it gives you that chance to go to the opposite field, or right field, for power. And he's hitting any kind of pitch. You try to sneak a slider by him. So the best thing is he's also a hitter that was fairly disciplined during the season. He had a walk rate above average, but yet in this postseason, he walked for the first time tonight because he's been swinging at everything and he's making contact for power on everything. So it's not like he's swinging with no plan. He's swinging in his zone, and he's doing damage in that zone. And this is why the Rangers are where they are.
And the craziest thing about him, he's a guy who was DFA'd just a couple of years ago. He shows some career resiliency.
Yeah.
Well, now the Diamondbacks have about 20 hours to show some in-series resiliency.
Right.
How does Arizona bounce back after such a disappointing loss? They were 2 outs away from taking a 1-0 series lead.
Well, they have to go back to looking at their series before. The Philadelphia, they were down 2-0, and they were able to come back. I mean, this game they played close. In Philly, they got wiped out in the first 2 games on the road. So they have an opportunity to reset. They were in this game. They were actually in control of this game. And, they just made some mistakes against some really good hitters. So I think it's just resetting. And one thing they did really well throughout the postseason is they make adjustments very quickly. They come back and say, okay, where is our mistakes? How do we rectify them? And now let's move on to the next stage. And that's how they were able to neutralize the Philly bats in games 6 and 7, because they adjusted off the information from games 1 and 2.
One of those mistakes, the costly one, that belt-high fastball to Corey Seager in the 9th inning that he took 418 feet away to tie the game. Doug, watching this series, it seems as though margins are going to be small. Mm-hmm. What did you learn about how these teams pair against each other as the Rangers take a 1-0 series lead?
Well, I learned that it was really strength versus strength. You weren't sure if one team would figure out a way to neutralize the strength of the other, but in fact, they both excelled in what they do well. The Rangers hit the ball to the ballpark, they bash, they come in and attack you, they're aggressive, and they're still also disciplined. The Diamondbacks showed that they could run you out of the stadium. They have speed, they're good on the bases, they go first to third, they steal bases, and they both did their jobs offensively. The pitching just didn't really able to hold them, at least in the timing they needed to close the game out. So I think you see both these teams at their best. It's fun to watch their teams at the top and get this leading and heroics back and forth.
One more Adolis Garcia stat for you. First player to hit a walk-off home run in Game 1 of the World Series since Kirk Gibson, 1988. Yeah. What's your outlook on Game 2?
Well, I like this type of battle. You have Merrill Kelly, another frontline starter that the Diamondbacks bring, and that's what's fun about it. These teams can pitch, they can do everything. So I see the same type of game. I see base running and aggressiveness on the bases and with the bats, and it's going to come out of the pitching, figure out how to neutralize that.